Hi, today I want to talk to you about lacquer strips. I have such a hard time with videos. I will sit there and record and find out it's not recording. So I thought it would be better to do a recording and upload it rather than Facebook Live. So that's what I'm doing today, and I want to talk to you about these lacquer strips, our newest product. I was halfway through this video and got a phone call, so I've already started removing my polish, and I'm going to try to continue this and go over some things. So this is our original packaging. When we first launched the lacquer strips, they were laboratory samples. And they sold out very quickly, and once they were gone, you couldn't get them again. So I bought several of the colors available in the original packaging. I actually still have quite a few of these lavender ones. I probably need to sell some of these strips because I think I went a little overboard, but this is our new packaging. So this is the official lacquer strips that we launched recently, and these colors are available until they sell out, and so all of these pinks I know are sold out. And once they sell out, these colors won't come back, but we will always have lacquer strips. And in fact, we're going to launch 30 new patterns in September, patterns/colors. So this is a pattern. Some of our lacquer strips will look very much like nail wraps, except they'll apply like lacquer strips. So I messed mine up, and that's why I wanted to do this video. I wanted to talk to you about taking them off, and I want to show you what I did right and what I did wrong with lacquer strips. So the first thing is, regardless of what nail product you're going to use, whether it's lacquer or gel or nail wraps or lacquer strips, all the products need to be put on clean prep nails, and you need to do something called embracing the gap. And that is, when you look at my nail right here, you'll see that there is a gap all the way around the strip. You don't want the product to be on your skin or on your cuticles. You need this gap to create a really good seal so they don't come off. What happens if you don't have a good gap is water can get up in there, and that'll cause your wraps or your strips to peel. If you're wearing gel, the whole gel polish will pop right off your nail, and you'll end up with a naked nail. So the seal is very important. Our nail wraps, which are our original product, was heated, and that created the good seal, but you still needed it off your skin and your cuticle. And I'll tell you, I've been doing my nails since I was 13 on a regular basis, and I used to just polish them very sloppily. I didn't care if it got on my skin or my cuticle, because by the next day it would have rubbed off, and then my nails looked great. But that's not the best way to do it, and it really won't work well with gels and wraps and strips. If you're doing lacquer, you might be able to get away with that still, but you really want to avoid your cuticle and your skin. So the way to do that is to get a wrap or a strip that fits your nail bed without being too big. If you're doing gel does not cure until after you put it in the lamp, and so we have this little rubber cuticle pusher that we give you with the gel if you buy the gel kit, or it's in our application kit. But after you polish the gel on, you can use this rubber cuticle pusher to wipe off the gel that got on your cuticle or your skin, get it wiped off really good, and then cure it. So I don't want to go into all that, but that's what helps you get a good seal with your gels. And it's similar with the wraps and the strips. So when I did mine this time, I did a good job of making sure that all my wraps fit my nail beds. None of them are too big. They all have a little bit of a gap. But what I did wrong was I was in a hurry. I had naked nails. I don't like to go out with naked nails. We were leaving to go somewhere. I just grabbed a packet of wraps and I said, oh, I can do these in the car. I've seen somebody at a swim meet sitting in the bleachers putting these on. They're that easy to do. So I thought I'll just take them with, and when we get to where we're going, I can slap on my lacquer strips. Well, we have really good directions on the back of the package on how to put on lacquer strips. And, you know, prep your nails, make sure they're good and clean. Peel the top layer off, then you peel the strip off the backing. You get it on your nail, making sure that you found the right one to fit. And I ended up doing every other strip. I pretty much started with the smallest one, fit my pinky, and then I skipped one and went to the next one, and that fit the next finger. And I just worked my way up, but that's why we give you 10 different sizes. You get 2 strips like this, so it's 20, but that's out of the 20, you will find 10 that fit your nails the best. So I went through every other nail and got mine on, but I had seen, this was only the second time I've ever used the lacquer strips. I still love my gels and my wraps a lot. So I was in a hurry and didn't read the directions on the back. And, you know, you lay it on the nail and you rub it that way and you rub it that way and you get it sealed really good. But what you're supposed to do is use the nail file that's included in the package to trim off the excess. Well, I remembered early on somebody was pinching the end of it and just sort of twisting it off. And that's what I did, and I shouldn't have, because if you notice on all my tips, you see the nail. The tip of my nail is not covered, and it's been that way since I did it, because I essentially pulled part of the strip off, and I really took a chunk out of this one. I'm trying to get it to focus. So it's really bothered me that they've looked this bad. And then this one, I didn't even get one that fit real good, and I was hurrying too much. And then when you really need to give it a second, you know, maybe 30 seconds, not to dry, but maybe dry is the right word, but to get a good adherence. And I pushed on this one, and you see how soft this is. It'll just push right off. So I really messed this thumbnail up. So today I need to redo them, and I've had a lot of questions about how to take the strips off. All it is lacquer, so you take it off the same way you remove your lacquer. And for years I've used acetone nail polish remover. It smells horrible. It dries out your skin. It dries out your nail bed. So when I started with Jamberry, I got our nail wrap and lacquer remover, and I've had this bottle a long time. We had a smaller bottle. This is the refill bottle. We have a small bottle that has a pump on it. And I just use this to remove my lacquer and, I mean, anything. I've used it for a lot of things. Now, what I learned years ago, and this is where I've already taken this one off. When I first started doing my nails, I had learned that the best thing to do when you're taking polish off is you put a little remover on a cotton ball or a cotton pad, and then you hold it on the nail, and you want to hold it there for like 10 seconds. And I literally would just sit there while I'm watching TV and count to 10. And holding it on there for that 10 seconds allows it to absorb the remover and soften the polish, and then it comes right off. And you know, glitter polish is very hard to get off, and that's when I actually learned this trick. But our lacquer strips come off even easier, even though you know they're very glittery, and that's what I love about them, is they sparkle really nice. So after you do that, see, it's already coming off. Then you just rub it like you would taking off polish, and it comes right off, see? And so I know some people said that it was hard. If you hold it on there a minute, it will wipe right off. So I want to show you the one other method that you can use. And we have remover wipes, and I love these even more than a remover. You get 40 of them in a package, and they're very thin. I use these to take my nail wraps off. And so you see how thin that is. And it only takes one, and I get all 10 of my wraps off. But what you do with that is what I'm going to do for this lacquer strip. You go inside the cuticle to make that seal. So what you do when you want to take them off is you want to break that seal. And I'm trying to do it with the stick. It's actually easier to do with your nails if you have really hard nails. So I just push on the edge just a little. And I wish I knew the reason, but you're supposed to wipe left to right, not front to back. That gets your wraps off easier. So once you get it loose like that, I'm sure you can see where it's lifted up. Then you just take the wipe and go like this and just work it from side to side, and it's basically peeling it off. But you're using the wipe to do it. If you were to peel and never peel your wraps or your strips, if you peel them off without using anything, you know, I can grab a hold of my wraps and just peel it off. It'll take the top of your nail bed off and you'll damage your nail. So you see how easy that came off? You could do the same thing with the remover and the cotton ball or cotton pad that you were using. I just happen to love these wipes. So they smell wonderful. My nails are very moisturized after using them. So you can use either one of these methods. That's the quick and easy way to get the lacquer strips off. And you see how, I mean, just a little bit of pressure and boom, it's off. So that's all you need to do. I'm going to finish the other hand and get ready to put some new lacquer strips on. I think I need to try another package and do it right this time, so look for my finished nails. And let me see what you're wearing this weekend. Send me a message if you have any questions, and thank you very much for listening.